This cloth is so old, it is crumbling into powder. Did I win the lottery? Is there anything better than raw asbestos?
When I look at you, I see darkness. Would you like me to light up your way?
Do not worry, Jingles. I will take good care of you. There must be more junk around here. So much junk, so little time. I smell scrap. Well, not literally. This cloth is so old, it is crumbling into powder. Did I win the lottery? How could anyone throw away this used toilet paper?
Welcome to Fort Atlas. Hello, Russell Dorsey, Brotherhood Initiate. Welcome to Fort Atlas. Looking to sign up? Or just curious? Well, either way, I guess it's not me you want to talk to. Most of the fort's off limits to civilians, but if you're interested, Knight Shin's in charge of the new recruits. He's very serious about protocol and security, so you'll have to speak to him first if you want to get anywhere.
This Brotherhood wants order.
I have real duties to attend to. The outer perimeter is still unsecured, the provisions aren't properly stowed, and we're awash in hopefuls. I have no time to be
Your
babysitting
duties
civilians.
are what I say they are, Knight. Your objections are noted, but this is a direct order from your commanding officer. Help us put on a good face for the local people. We've just moved into their backyard. They're nervous. Show them we mean no harm.
If you insist, Paladin. If there's nothing further, I'll have the completed report on your desk shortly.
I expect nothing less from you. As you were, Shin.
Paladin,
I don't know what a
do not attempt to access the secure parts of this facility, civilian. We are watching you. If you're here with a request for the Brotherhood, get in line. I don't have time for you right now.
Notifications appear adequate. Rush.
Diddy. Initiate Dorsey is supposed to be manning his post at the entrance, not acting as my secretary.
I'm never gonna make a name for myself holding down the fort. When do I get to go out and prove my worth?
Initiate Dorsey is too trusting. But I can't fault his commitment. Perhaps he sees something in you worth our interest. Are you another aspirant to our order?
The California membership.
If you mean that, then you are right. But if that's sarcasm, I recommend you stow it. Immediately. Normally, I'd stick you with the other hopefuls until we decide whether you're worthy. But if you're serious about joining us, you've got good timing. There's something you could do for me that would help the Order and demonstrate your qualities as a candidate. We've had a number of civilians show up here at Fort Atlas, asking for one thing or another from the Brotherhood. People are afraid, or want something, or are looking to involve us in local squabbles. Civilian outreach is not my specialty. There's too much left to do to secure this facility. If you're really interested in helping, save my time. Interview the petitioners, find out what they want, and report back to me.
The wasteland is merciless.
Do this right. Don't make me regret giving you the opportunity. Conduct yourself properly, and we can consider putting you forward as an initiate candidate.
Atlas stronger than Fort Defiance ever was.
You better have something useful to say to me.
Got to be getting back to
Oh,
the farm soon.
can't even come to me himself? What, he needs to requisition some more armor polish? All right. Keep it cool, Sean. So, what's he got to say to me?
The elders have so much to teach us. I hope I'll get to meet them in person someday.
This place
The problem is that a couple of these Brotherhood clowns showed up and took a bunch of my stuff at gunpoint. Now, I'm a peaceful man. I really am. I sure wasn't equipped to deal with armed thugs requisitioning the little I've managed to put together for myself. Never understood the Raiders. I like the quiet life. I don't need much, and I need trouble less. But after this, oh, I get it. I came here to give the Brotherhood a chance to make things right. Else maybe I go to Crater and start doing things their way. At least they don't pretend to be the good guys.
Disorder is to be expected in a place that lacked Brotherhood oversight for so long. Still,
This place is kind of.
Hey, listen, thanks. I just needed someone to listen and take me seriously.
Military grade.
I hope you can convince them.
More common amongst the ones from California.
Hope this lot's true to their word. Something I can... Well, now look at you. You with these steel brother fellas? I've been waiting a good... Well, it's about time. I'd like to die of old age waiting on them. Name's Art Knapp. So, what's this night fella sent you for?
Speak or go away. I do not tolerate eavesdroppers.
Bunch of stiffs around here.
A fair trade's what I want. I've heard stories about these steel types back in the day. They was going around taking things from folks. For the cause, they said.
Hey,
Yeah,
here comes
like that don't make them raiders too. Well, I ain't got much, and I already got to worry about raiders. So, I reckon it's better to make a deal up front.
Did you wish to
My farm don't produce much, but I got some extra, and I expect they'll have a use for it. In return, I want these steel boys and girls to keep raiders away from my farm. Heard a lot of noise they was on our side. So, seems fair. Fair enough. Can't expect more than that. Thank you. You take care too.
speak or go away? I do not tolerate eavesdroppers.
Imagine the stuff you could smash in that power armor. Hey! Yeah, you. Who do I need to talk to around here? You know, about the guns?
Make it quick if you want.
You don't look like one of these Brotherhood yahoos. Name's Tally Lane. What's your deal?
Did you wish to speak with me?
Shin? He the scary guy with the stick up his butt? Alright, shoot.
Radiation levels nominal. Some strange readings from somewhere below.
Yeah, that's right. Big shiny guns. Now, all the talk in the area is about these Brotherhood folks with their high-tech toys, and I thought, Tally, you gotta get some of that. For self-defense, of course. Just so me and some of my poor, innocent friends can protect ourselves from all the nasty folks out there.
I imagine the Brotherhood would object to a collection of blood samples from all its members. Shame.
Hey, I get it. The promises backfire all the time. Well, go get him, Tiger.
Yes? Something I can help you with? I am waiting to speak with a Brotherhood representative. I have no interest in small. The severe gentleman in the power armor, yes? Dr. Edgar Blackburn at your service. And what did Knight Shin want to know? I had heard that the Brotherhood possessed advanced technology. As a doctor and a scientist, this was of great interest. My research is always in need of equipment and materials rather difficult to obtain by scavenging and bartering. I came to see if an arrangement could be made, but from what I can see of their operations, they are as yet still in too much disarray. Given the state of my fellow supplicants, I would hypothesize that their needs likely outweigh my own. Thank you. Be well.
Someone returned their gun to the wrong place again.
Greetings, civilian.
Have you finished the task I gave you? Good. Let's get this done. I have the list from their arrival. Give me the high-level overview. We are not mercenaries here to serve as guards for anyone with some goods to trade in payment.
Old world science solved a lot of problems back in the day. But look what else it brought. I'm glad we guard our tech closely.
That's irrelevant. The Brotherhood cannot simply be... Enough about that. What's next? No. We are not arms dealers.
Everything makes sense now.
There was never any circumstance in which I would authorize weapons to that woman.
I have my eye
But
on
your vigilance is noted. Moving on. The Brotherhood is not a charity. And unless the doctor intends to provide that research to the Brotherhood exclusively, and under our supervision, he will get nothing. That shows commendable discipline. Scribe Valdez may have interest if he returns, but if so, he is her problem. That appears to resolve the matter on our end. Next report. Impossible. Whatever happened, it was not us.
new recruits, night shifts training.
There are countless brigands out there, civilian. It is not the job of the Brotherhood to hunt them down one by one for their crimes. I will say it bothers me to hear that someone is abusing the honor of the Brotherhood this way. But that does not change the facts. Mr. Hockman's problems are his own, not ours. That's everything. Against my initial judgment, you have shown that you can take orders and make yourself useful for the Brotherhood. You need to lose those soft civilian instincts, but I will make note of your assistance in my report to Paladin Romani. Should you wish to join our ranks, I will not oppose your enlistment. I grant you permission, provisionally, to enter the compound proper. Go to our scribe Valdez. You will need her support as well if you want Paladin Romani's attention.
The California members show no signs of infectious disease from outside the territory.
Be vigilant, outsider. I gave you a job to do. Unless you're done, get to it.
See those raiders gone.
About my latest patrol. He is gonna love it.
The old world has so much to teach us. Why didn't I see it before?
We have to cut ourselves free from America to rebuild America. The old and forge it anew. I hope my next mission is soon. I'm tired of being stuck in Fort Atlas.
We'll make Atlas stronger than Fort Defiance ever was. The Scorched, the Raiders, the Ghouls. If anything tries to attack, we'll be ready. Go home. Let us take care of things here.
New recruits, night shifts training, weapons, and a base like this? We're gonna be invincible.
I wonder what legacy I'll leave to the scroll.
Hello, civilian. I don't mean to be... Oh, a prospective initiate. The Night Shin sent you. And I guess we're both in luck. Paladin Romani makes the call on new recruits, but the Night and... It just so happens, I mean, if you're interested, I can bring... Didn't even have to think about it, did you? Let me give you a quick rundown of the mission before we start. Our new base is littered with old tech. It's down in the bow. Any questions before?
Grow up.
Great. Unfortunately, I need to finish up a few things here. Head downstairs and I'll meet you in a bit.
Order. Learning.
Find, protect, and preserve.
You should get that mutation treated, civilian, before it becomes a real problem.
Good, you're here. So, how do you feel about reading comprehension? I was hoping to start out by sweeping the area for documentation left behind from before the war. Are you trying to get on my good side? Because that's how you get on my good side. But enough about that. I'd like to get started. Let's head downstairs and see what we can turn up. This must be Dr. Hammond, Atlas's lead scientist. I think this is good. Let's talk for a sec. This looks like what we need. That should be enough to start. Let me take a look. Atlas decommission report. So the project was in bad shape after all? I knew it sounded too good to be true. Fascinating. Wow. This is some seriously classified stuff that I just let you read, isn't it? I wasn't supposed to show you any of this. I guess you're right. There's only so much I can tell you, but I'll share what I feel is relevant. Atlas wasn't exactly an observatory before the war. That was just a front. The military conducted research here. Pretty advanced research. We're down here to investigate and see what's worth salvaging for the Brotherhood. I did ask you to help, after all. It's only fair you're prepared for what you might find. Now, let's follow up on some leads from this report. I'd like to do a quick inspection of some key components that should be nearby. There's probably a terminal around here. If it's still running, we can do a diagnostics test. That will tell us about some of the less accessible hardware. The report mentioned that the machine's intake pump was under a lot of pressure. Let's find the release valve for that and give it a spin, see what happens. Finally, the lower core on this level should have a wiring box. Why don't we take a glance at that to get an idea of the electrical hookups? Should be a simple inspection. You can have point, but I'll be looking over your shoulder the whole way. Take note of the details and we'll discuss how it goes after. Looks like we've got company.
Close one.
That does it for the inspection. Let's talk. All right, let's go over the inspection results. The diagnostics check revealed some issues. Flux disruption in the induction loop, intake valves ruptured, and the ion focus? Misaligned. Problematic to say the least. Next, we have the release valve. That went. Well, what was your assessment? It certainly did. I'm going to mark that down as bad. Last but not least, the wiring. The wires were... Yep. I think the warm reception they gave us also points to that. Okay, well, sorry about the pop quiz. But in general, you're handling yourself well so far. Nobody does, outside of a classroom. That's why I love to evaluate new prospects this way. If I'm going to recommend you to Paladin Romani, I need to know you're serious. Can you pay attention? Think on your feet? If you can, you are in my favor. If you can't, then, well, maybe I reconsider my recommendation. I'm worried about what our inspection turned up. There are a few parts I'd like to extract and examine in my lab. There's the pressure gauge, the core processor, and the ion focus. They should be upstairs. There's a lot I can learn from examining them if we can pull them out and get them back to my lab in decent condition. I want to take some notes on the core up there, so I'm going to leave the parts removal to you. Each extraction will be a little different, but in general, you'll want to use a light touch. I want the components in good condition, so please be careful. Any questions, or are you ready to get started? I'm counting on you. Let's see what you can do. Oh, I thought of one more thing. Can you pick up the induction coil up there on the machine core? What was that? That doesn't sound good.
Attention. This is now a combat zone. You may suffer harm up to and including death if you remain in the area. This notice required by law. Attention, citizens. You may now resume your normal activities.
I really hope you will be up to date.
Not used to this.
Continued resistance is unlawful.
Shit!
I calculate your chance of success to be. Well, I don't want to be.
I don't envy the night.
You could run. I am trying to kill you, you know. They could have programmed me to forgive, but no.
Should have spent more time at the firing range.
I hope we can still be friends when this is all over.
We survived. Whew. Whatever you did up there, the security system sure didn't like it. Thanks for that. Now that that's over with, let me take a look at what. The pressure gauge looks like it's in good condition. The core processor is pristine. Good work on that. The ion focus looks usable. Impressive. The induction coil seems fine. That's a relief. And what is this? This is this ultrasight? Fascinating. This looks like some kind of compact power source. None of the documents, none of the terminals said anything about this. Did this power the whole machine? The fuel of the future. I'd heard the stories, but to think I could hold so much energy in my hands like this? Project Atlas may be beyond our power to repair, but we might have something here. I expected the machine to use a small reactor's worth of energy. They condensed that into a container I can hold in my hands. Oh, I could do a lot with this. You were a big help. I'm sure you have what it takes to be an initiate, and soon. Here, take this letter to Paladin Romani. She'll make the final call. I'm going back upstairs, if nothing else. Oh, I'm giving you... After what we just went through, thanks again for your help.
Okay, that's all the doors. Get back! Yeah, baby! Nice! Grab the goods and bring it back to good old Mona Lisa in the main building. Mona Lisa's fully loaded. Let's hit the road and get out of here. What the hell is that thing? It's huge! I can see it from here. This way! That was one big ass turtle. Get some of these. Hey, I did it! Okay, we did it. Just, don't tell my Uncle Vinny about this, okay? Here's your reward. I owe you big.